Everyone knows the feeling. The day starts early, meetings fill the calendar, emails pile up, calls demand attention. And yet, by evening, the sense of accomplishment feels shallow. You've been busy all day, but have you been profitable? Many professionals confuse activity with progress, mistaking motion for growth. The truth is, busy does not equal productive, and productive does not equal profitable. Time spent without a strategy, leverage, or intention is simply motion. It consumes energy, but rarely builds wealth. In the modern work environment, being busy has become a badge of honor. People schedule their days back to back, share long to-do lists on social media, and equate busyness with value. Yet underneath the surface, endless activity often masks inefficiency. Tasks that feel urgent rarely create meaningful outcomes. Meetings, reports, and routine workflows dominate time, while high-leverage decisions, strategic investments, and the scalable projects are neglected. Being busy can feel important, but it often comes at the cost of profitability. The core problem is misalignment. Effort focused on low-value tasks will always produce limited returns. You can work 16-hour days and feel exhausted, yet your wealth, influence, or strategic growth barely changes. The system rewards those who direct effort toward leverage, assets, and systems, not simply motion. When understanding this difference is the key to escaping the busy trap and becoming truly profitable. Most people are trapped in reactive work. They respond to emails, follow every instruction, attend meetings that could have been summarized in a memo, and focus on immediate deadlines. The day becomes a treadmill of activity where energy is expended but outcomes remain stagnant. This cycle is reinforced by culture, expectations, and the illusion of importance attached to constant motion. The productivity is measured in appearances, not results. Profitability, however, requires leverage. It is the product of intentional effort, smart investment of time, and the scalable systems that generate value independently. The person who is profitable does not necessarily work longer hours. They work smarter, prioritize impact over motion, and create structures that amplify results. Time becomes an asset, not just a commodity consumed by tasks. Recognizing the gap between busyness and profitability is the first step. Without awareness, the cycle repeats indefinitely. Hours spent in motion, exhaustion at night, and minimal growth at month's end. With clarity, individuals begin to analyze where energy goes, which tasks generate returns, and where leverage can be applied. This is the beginning of a shift from motion to impact. In this audiobook, you will discover why being busy often sabotages your wealth, but the invisible traps that consume your time and the practical strategies to convert effort into profit. You will learn how to measure the true value of your actions, prioritize high-leverage work, and design systems that transform time and energy into scalable results. By the end, you will see that working harder is not the answer. Working strategically is. Profit is not about the hours you keep. It is about the decisions you make, the systems you build, and the leverage you create. But busy people exhaust themselves without growth. Profitable people focus on outcomes that matter. The choice is clear: remain trapped in constant activity, or redefine your work, your focus, and your life to maximize profitability. This audiobook will show you the path. Chapter 1: Why Busyness is Costing You Money. The modern professional culture glorifies busyness. Emails flood inboxes, notifications ping incessantly, meetings consume hours, and deadlines pile up relentlessly. To the outside observer, the busiest employees appear the most dedicated, the most productive, the most committed to growth. But busyness is often a silent thief of wealth. It consumes time, drains energy, and creates the illusion of progress, all while leaving financial growth stagnant. Time is the first casualty. Every minute spent on tasks that do not generate value is a minute permanently lost. A report filed late, a meeting attended without decision-making authority, or a task repeated unnecessarily may seem productive in the moment, but in reality, they contribute little to building assets, leverage, or income streams beyond a paycheck. Linear activity is invisible in its cost, yet the impact accumulates day by day, week by week, year by year. Over time, the cumulative opportunity lost dwarfs any gains achieved by being busy. Busyness also creates financial inefficiency. People who are constantly occupied rarely take the time to analyze how their efforts translate into tangible results. Work may consume all available hours, yet income, savings, and investment growth remain constrained. Tasks prioritized for urgency rather than impact ensure that effort is expended without a significant return. This misallocation perpetuates dependence on salary while preventing the development of systems capable of scaling wealth. A significant problem is reactive work. Many individuals respond to whatever arrives first: an urgent email, a manager's request, a colleague's query. Reactive behavior keeps attention fragmented, focus limited, and energy drained. High-leverage opportunities are often ignored because they require deliberate planning, uninterrupted time, and long-term thinking. By prioritizing motion over a strategic action, busy professionals trap themselves in a cycle where time is exchanged for activity but not for meaningful financial results. The psychological effects of busyness exacerbate the problem. Being constantly occupied creates a sense of importance and accomplishment, masking the lack of real impact. People derive satisfaction from feeling needed or overwhelmed, mistaking this for productivity. In reality, effort without direction does not generate scalable outcomes. Emotional reinforcement encourages repetition of inefficient behavior, locking individuals in a cycle where busyness is celebrated while profitability stagnates. Moreover, busyness restricts learning and skill development. Those caught in perpetual motion have little capacity for strategic thinking, education, or investment in themselves. Skills, when underdeveloped, cannot be transformed into assets or leveraged to create autonomous income. The more time consumed by low-value activity, the less available for building capabilities that could lead to financial independence. In essence, busyness not only consumes energy, but also curtails the potential for future growth. Another cost is the erosion of decision quality. When attention is constantly diverted, choices become reactive rather than strategic. Opportunities for profitable investments, high-impact projects, or scalable ventures are overlooked because the mind is preoccupied with urgent yet low-value tasks. The irony is clear. Being busy increases perceived productivity but reduces the capacity to make decisions that enhance profitability. The systemic nature of this trap is reinforced by organizational culture. Companies reward visible effort, hours logged, meetings attended, tasks completed, more than measurable results. Metrics tied to activity rather than impact train employees to equate motion with achievement. Those who step back to focus on high-leverage opportunities may be seen as disengaged or underperforming, even though their strategic work creates far more value in the long term. Breaking free begins with awareness. recognizing that busyness is not a virtue but a liability. Every task should be evaluated for its actual contribution to growth, income, or leverage. Activity that does not move the needle is a drain. Energy devoted to low-value tasks must be reallocated toward high-impact work, where prioritization becomes the key, distinguishing between what keeps you busy and what makes you profitable. Time auditing is a practical first step. By tracking how hours are spent, individuals can identify repetitive, low-value activity. Tasks consuming excessive energy without producing scalable results must be eliminated, delegated, or automated. This process not only recovers lost time, but also creates space for focused, high-leverage projects that drive financial growth. In summary, the busyness is costly because it masks inefficiency, consumes time, fragments focus, limits skill development, and reduces decision-making quality. True profitability comes from intentional action, high-leverage activity, and a strategic allocation of resources. Being busy may feel important, but being profitable is the outcome that ultimately determines wealth, freedom, and long-term success. Recognizing the distinction is the first step toward reclaiming both time and financial control. Chapter 2: The Hidden Costs of Constant Activity. Being busy is often mistaken for productivity, yet constant activity carries hidden costs that quietly erode financial and personal growth. Every task, meeting, or repetitive action consumes more than time. It drains energy, focus, and opportunity. Individuals trapped in a cycle of perpetual motion may feel productive, but the reality is that their busyness often comes at the expense of profit, long-term strategy, and personal autonomy. One of the most immediate costs is opportunity loss. When time is consumed by reactive or low-value tasks, high-leverage activities, projects, investments, or skill development are neglected. Consider an employee who spends hours answering emails that could be automated or delegated. Those hours, once redirected to creating an online business, learning a high-demand skill, or developing a passive income stream, would generate returns far exceeding the value of the emails handled. Busyness creates a short-term illusion of achievement while opportunity slips away unnoticed. Energy depletion compounds the problem. Constant motion leads to fatigue, stress, and burnout. The human mind and body have finite resources. When they are spent maintaining activity rather than generating results, the capacity for creative thinking, strategic planning, and high-impact decisions diminishes. Over time, exhaustion reduces efficiency, by forcing individuals to work longer hours to maintain the same output. Busyness thus multiplies effort without proportional reward. Decision fatigue is another hidden cost. Continuous activity requires continuous choices, from trivial matters like responding to emails to more critical operational decisions. Each decision consumes mental bandwidth, leaving less capacity for strategic thinking and long-term planning. When the brain is overloaded with low-value decisions, but the quality of choices affecting profitability declines. Important financial or business decisions are delayed, overlooked, or poorly executed simply because cognitive resources are depleted by constant activity. The financial implications are equally significant. Time invested in low-value work does not scale. Income derived from these efforts is linear. Even with high salary or overtime, returns are capped by hours worked. In contrast, high-leverage systems, investments, and entrepreneurial projects allow effort to multiply into scalable profits. Constant activity that consumes all available time without building assets ensures income remains tied directly to labor, keeping wealth growth artificially constrained. Busyness also inhibits innovation. High-value opportunities rarely emerge from a state of perpetual reaction. Creativity requires mental space, reflection, and deliberate focus. When every hour is preoccupied with urgent tasks, or individuals rarely have the bandwidth to innovate and identify new opportunities or solve complex problems. Innovation, the key driver of scalable income and long-term profitability, is suppressed by the relentless rhythm of low-value activity. Another hidden cost is skill stagnation. Professionals who remain perpetually busy have little time to learn, practice, or refine high-leverage skills. Technical expertise, strategic thinking, and entrepreneurial capabilities require focused effort to develop. If time is monopolized by motion that produces only immediate outputs, the opportunity to acquire capabilities that multiply income and influence is lost. Skills left underdeveloped are income potential left unrealized. Psychological effects also play a critical role. Being busy often feels productive, reinforcing a false sense of accomplishment. This satisfaction masks inefficiency, making individuals less likely to critically evaluate how they spend their time. Over months and years, the habit of equating motion with achievement becomes entrenched, creating a cultural and personal trap. Breaking free requires conscious awareness, measurement of outcomes, and willingness to reallocate effort toward impactful work. The social dimension reinforces hidden costs. In workplaces, busyness is often celebrated and rewarded through recognition, promotions, and peer approval. This creates pressure to maintain constant activity even when it is counterproductive. Individuals adhere to these expectations, prioritizing visibility over value and reinforcing the cycle of motion that delivers minimal profitability. Social validation becomes a powerful but misleading incentive. Finally, hidden costs extend to personal life and well-being. Overcommitment to work, multitasking, and reactive behavior erode relationships, health, and quality of life. But financial independence loses its meaning if time, energy, and personal fulfillment are sacrificed in pursuit of activity. The paradox is clear. Being busy consumes resources meant to create value, leaving individuals both financially constrained and personally depleted. In summary, the hidden costs of constant activity include opportunity loss, energy depletion, decision fatigue, limited scalability, suppressed innovation, skill stagnation, psychological reinforcement of inefficiency, social pressures, and personal deterioration. Recognizing these costs is essential to break the cycle of busyness. True profitability requires prioritizing high-leverage activities, creating systems that multiply output, and preserving time and energy for the strategic, impactful work. Only then can effort be converted into sustainable financial growth and meaningful results. Chapter 3: Why working harder doesn't mean earning more. There is a pervasive myth in professional culture. Working harder guarantees greater income. Many equate long hours, constant effort, and relentless busyness with financial success. Yet the reality is starkly different. Hard work alone does not create wealth. It produces linear results bound by time. Hours spent laboring at low-leverage tasks increase exhaustion without increasing financial return. Understanding this distinction is critical for anyone who wants to move from mere busyness to profitability. The first reason working harder often fails to increase earnings is the linear nature of time. Traditional employment compensates effort with a fixed salary or hourly wage. Regardless of intensity or diligence, income is capped by the hours available in a day. You can work 16 hours instead of 8, but you cannot multiply your paycheck beyond organizational or contractual limits. Hard work adds effort, but not leverage. It is the difference between motion and profitability. Another factor is the misalignment of effort with value creation. Many individuals dedicate energy to tasks that, while necessary or urgent, have limited impact on revenue, growth, or long-term results. For example, attending redundant meetings, responding to non-essential emails, or performing low-value administrative work consumes time but rarely affects profitability. Without a strategic focus, additional labor is expended in directions that do not scale or generate meaningful returns. The illusion of reward reinforces this behavior. Organizations often equate visible effort with performance. Employees who stay late, appear constantly busy, or manage multiple projects simultaneously are seen as dedicated. While this may improve social recognition or temporary standing, it rarely translates into proportional increases in income or equity. Effort is acknowledged, but leverage is not created. Productivity must be measured in impact, not perception. Compounding the problem is the opportunity cost of effort. Hours devoted to low-leverage tasks cannot be invested in high-leverage activities, building scalable systems, developing new skills, pursuing side ventures, or making the strategic investments. Time is finite. Every hour spent without producing scalable results is a lost opportunity. Ironically, the more one works harder at low-value activity, the less time is available to create pathways to independent income. Skill underutilization also explains the disconnect between hard work and higher earnings. Many employees possess capabilities that exceed the requirements of their roles, yet these skills are often confined to tasks dictated by the organization. When talent is applied to low-leverage work rather than leveraged for scalable results, potential income remains capped. Maximizing earnings requires aligning a skill deployment with activities that generate multiple streams of revenue. Linear systems further exacerbate the problem. In most workplaces, promotions, raises, and bonuses follow rigid structures and timelines. Additional effort does not automatically translate into higher compensation. It often results only in exhaustion and marginal recognition. Or breaking free from this system requires creating or participating in scalable structures where input can multiply independently of time, entrepreneurial ventures, investments, or intellectual property. Psychology plays a role in perpetuating the myth. Many equate activity with success, believing that constant labor is a sign of competence and diligence. While work ethic is valuable, it is not equivalent to financial intelligence or leverage creation. But true profitability is a result of strategic choices, not hours clocked. Recognizing the distinction between effort and impact is a psychological shift that allows individuals to redirect energy toward profitable actions. Risk aversion is another hidden factor. Many avoid entrepreneurial or investment opportunities because they carry uncertainty. Instead, they invest all effort into secure, salaried positions, believing that working harder guarantees financial safety. Yet linear labor cannot outpace inflation, lifestyle demands, or opportunity costs. Without willingness to embrace calculated risk, effort remains confined within the constraints of time and organizational structure, limiting earnings growth. Finally, scalability defines the difference between effort and profitability. Work that scales through automation, investment, or intellectual property multiplies returns beyond the hours invested. Hard work without scalability produces finite results, But effort applied strategically with leverage and systems generates exponential outcomes. Profit is not a function of effort alone, it is a function of leverage, strategy, and smart allocation of time and resources. In summary, working harder does not inherently increase income because of the linearity of time, misalignment of effort with value, limited skill utilization, rigid organizational structures, opportunity costs, risk aversion, and lack of scalable systems. The productivity without leverage remains bounded, while profitability requires a strategic application of energy, skill, and resources. Understanding this distinction is essential for anyone seeking to move from being busy to being profitable, transforming motion into measurable financial growth. Chapter 4: Identifying high-leverage activities. Escaping the cycle of busyness requires more than reducing low-value tasks. It demands a deliberate focus on high-leverage activities. These are actions that create disproportionate results relative to the effort invested. While busy work consumes time and energy without producing lasting impact, high-leverage activities multiply effort, build wealth, and create opportunities that extend beyond the constraints of a traditional paycheck. The first step in identifying high-leverage activities is understanding what contributes real value. Value can manifest in several ways: generating income, but creating systems that produce recurring returns, developing skills that open new opportunities, or building networks that amplify influence. Not all tasks are created equal. The ability to distinguish between effort that moves the needle and effort that simply fills the day is the foundation of profitable work. One effective method for recognizing high-leverage activity is outcome-based evaluation. Ask yourself, will this task produce results that compound or scale beyond my direct effort? Tasks that answer yes are potential high-leverage actions. Writing a report that informs decision-making across departments, designing a system that automates repetitive tasks, or creating content that reaches thousands without repeated effort are examples of high-leverage work. By contrast, attending unnecessary meetings or performing routine administrative work is low leverage. They consume time without multiplying results. Skill application is another key factor. Certain skills can be leveraged far beyond the immediate context in which they were developed. For instance, a marketing professional who creates an online course or digital product converts their expertise into an asset that generates revenue repeatedly. Similarly, technical skills can be applied to create software, but automate processes or consult across multiple clients. The focus shifts from performing tasks for pay to creating systems or assets that generate recurring value. Networking amplifies leverage as well. High-leverage activities often involve connecting with individuals or communities that extend reach, influence, and opportunity. Strategic collaboration allows one person's effort to benefit many, multiplying outcomes. Mentorship, partnerships, and joint ventures are examples of social leverage. Investing time in relationships can generate returns far beyond solitary labor. Time spent cultivating meaningful connections is high leverage when it opens doors to scalable opportunities. Capital deployment is an additional avenue for leverage. Money, when applied strategically, can create systems that earn independently of personal labor. Investments, entrepreneurial ventures, and resource allocation are high-leverage activities because they multiply financial returns over time. Understanding where to allocate capital, identifying opportunities with scalable potential, and managing risk effectively are all activities that extend the impact of both time and money. Prioritization is central to leverage. The Pareto principle, which suggests that 20% of actions produce 80% of results, applies consistently to productive work. Identifying which tasks contribute disproportionately to income, growth, or influence allows individuals to focus on the most impactful activities. Low-value tasks, while tempting, due to urgency or visibility, must be minimized, delegated, or eliminated. High-leverage focus ensures that every hour spent produces measurable outcomes. Automation transforms repetitive tasks into leverage. Work that previously required constant attention can be systematized to produce ongoing results. Email funnels, digital content distribution, or workflow software allow one's expertise to operate independently of time invested. Automation converts time into a scalable asset, freeing energy for higher leverage projects. Activities that can be automated or delegated are prime candidates for leverage-focused thinking. Measurement is equally critical. High-leverage activities should be continuously evaluated based on results rather than effort. Metrics, analytics, and feedback loops help identify which actions are truly impactful. Without measurement, effort may be misdirected, and perceived productivity may mask inefficiency. Tracking outcomes ensures that focus remains on activities that drive profit and growth. Finally, a strategic alignment ties all these elements together. High-leverage activities must be consistent with long-term objectives, building wealth, creating systems, developing skills, and achieving freedom from linear labor. Effort directed without a strategic alignment risks producing results that are impressive in isolation but irrelevant to ultimate goals. Profitability emerges from the intersection of impact, scalability, and strategic relevance. In summary, identifying high-leverage activities requires awareness, a skill application, networking, capital deployment, prioritization, automation, measurement, and alignment with long-term goals. These actions magnify results, reduce wasted effort, and create pathways to profitability beyond the constraints of busyness. Shifting focus from motion to leverage transforms time and energy into systems that generate recurring value, enabling individuals to work strategically, grow wealth, and escape the trap of endless activity. Chapter 5: The Power of Time and Energy Allocation. Time and energy are the most finite and valuable resources a professional possesses. No amount of skill, capital, or knowledge can substitute for effective allocation of these two assets. Yet many individuals squander them on busy work, reactive tasks, and low-value obligations. Understanding the power of time and energy allocation is essential for transforming effort into profitability and moving from being busy to being productive. The first principle is awareness. Most people underestimate how much time they spend on low-value activities. Hours vanish in email chains, unnecessary meetings, or repetitive administrative tasks without anyone pausing to assess impact. Energy is similarly consumed by stress, multitasking, and fragmented focus. By auditing both, individuals can uncover where resources are being drained, revealing hidden inefficiencies and opportunities for high-leverage redeployment. Prioritization is the natural next step. Not all tasks are equal in value or impact. High-leverage activities, projects that generate recurring returns, skill development, or strategic investments, or asset creation, should take precedence. Low-value tasks, regardless of urgency or visibility, should be minimized, automated, or delegated. Effective allocation means that energy is directed where it produces the most significant outcomes rather than dispersed across multiple inconsequential activities. Energy management is as critical as time management. Even tasks that are valuable in theory can fail to deliver if executed during periods of fatigue or distraction. High-leverage work should align with peak energy cycles to maximize focus, creativity, and execution. Strategic breaks, routine planning, and mental clarity contribute to sustained performance, ensuring that time invested yields maximum return. Delegation multiplies leverage. Many professionals resist transferring responsibility, believing that their personal attention is required for completion. However, delegation allows one to focus energy on tasks uniquely suited to their skills and the strategic vision. High-leverage outcomes emerge when routine or low-impact work is handled by others, freeing time to concentrate on activities that create lasting profitability. The concept of opportunity cost reinforces the importance of allocation. Every hour devoted to low-value tasks is an hour that could have been invested in building skills, creating assets, or designing scalable systems. The hidden cost of misallocated time and energy often exceeds the visible cost of effort. Professionals who recognize opportunity costs make deliberate choices about where to invest their attention, maximizing returns over both short and long term. Batching and focus enhance productivity. Grouping similar tasks or dedicating blocks of uninterrupted time to high-value projects reduces mental switching costs and increases output. A strategic approach ensures that energy is applied efficiently, minimizing distraction and increasing the probability of producing scalable results. Automation and systems further amplify allocation. Tasks that must be repeated regularly can be systematized through software, templates, or workflow optimization. By reducing the time spent on routine activities, professionals preserve energy for strategic initiatives. The more processes are automated, the more attention can be directed toward work that multiplies value rather than merely consuming it. Strategic scheduling of high-impact activities is also crucial. Calendar control ensures that time is not hijacked by reactive obligations. Planning days around priority projects, critical thinking, or asset-building efforts allows for intentional progress rather than constant motion. Without control over one's schedule, busyness will dominate, regardless of the skill or intent. Finally, reflection reinforces effective allocation. Regular review of tasks, outcomes, and energy levels identifies patterns of inefficiency and highlights areas for improvement. Reflection is not indulgent, it is strategic. By understanding which actions generate the most meaningful results, individuals can refine their approach, reinforce high-leverage behavior, and minimize wasted effort. In a summary, the power of time and energy allocation lies in awareness, prioritization, alignment with peak performance, delegation, recognition of opportunity cost, batching, automation, strategic scheduling, and reflective analysis. By deliberately directing these finite resources toward high-leverage activities, professionals transform effort into scalable, profitable outcomes. Work becomes strategic, impact multiplies, and the cycle of busyness gives way to purposeful productivity, laying the foundation for long-term growth and financial freedom. Chapter 6: Building systems that multiply your effort. The difference between busy work and profitability is leverage. One of the most powerful ways to achieve leverage is through systems, structures, processes, or methods that allow work to generate results without constant personal input. Systems convert effort into scalable output, freeing time, increasing efficiency, and creating sustainable growth beyond the constraints of a traditional paycheck. At its core, a system is a repeatable framework designed to produce predictable results. Unlike ad hoc actions or reactive work, systems standardize processes, reduce friction, and multiply the impact of each unit of effort. For example, a sales funnel automates customer acquisition, allowing a single individual to reach hundreds or thousands of potential clients without manually contacting each one. The system becomes the multiplier. One of the first steps in building systems is identifying repetitive, low-value tasks. These are the tasks that consume time but do not directly contribute to growth or profitability. Examples include scheduling meetings, responding to routine emails, preparing a standard reports, or tracking simple metrics. Once identified, these tasks can be automated, delegated, or streamlined, creating a space for high-leverage work. Automation is a key component. Technology enables systems to operate independently, delivering consistent outcomes without direct oversight. Tools for email automation, customer relationship management, financial tracking, and content distribution allow individuals to maintain output while freeing energy for creative or strategic pursuits. Automation transforms personal effort into a scalable engine for results. Delegation complements automation. Human effort can be strategically distributed to match a skill and impact. By assigning appropriate tasks to others, the professionals focus on areas where their expertise has the highest leverage. Delegation is not about reducing responsibility. It is about maximizing output and ensuring that energy is spent where it generates the greatest return. A well-structured system balances automation with human oversight for optimal results. Documentation and standardization are critical. A system must be clear and repeatable to function effectively. Processes, instructions, and workflows should be outlined, tested, and refined to ensure that they consistently produce the desired outcome. Standardization reduces errors, accelerates execution, and allows multiple individuals or tools to operate within the system seamlessly. Scalability is the ultimate measure of a system's value. A system that produces results proportional to effort may save time but does not fully leverage potential. Systems should be designed to expand, reaching more clients, generating more income, or producing broader impact without a proportional increase in effort. For instance, an online course can reach thousands of students without increasing teaching hours, turning initial effort into ongoing returns. Integration of systems is another important factor. Individual systems for sales, marketing, finance, or operations are powerful independently, but their impact multiplies when connected. Integrated systems allow for seamless transfer of information, coordinated execution, and cumulative results. The whole becomes greater than the sum of its parts, creating efficiency and scalability that individual effort alone cannot achieve. Monitoring and optimization ensure that the systems remain effective. No system is perfect from the outset. Continuous evaluation, feedback, and adjustment allow systems to improve over time. Metrics and analytics help identify bottlenecks, inefficiencies, or opportunities for expansion. Optimization ensures that the system consistently multiplies effort and delivers maximum impact. Finally, systems create freedom. By converting effort into scalable output, they free time and energy for higher-level strategy, innovation, or personal pursuits. The professional is no longer chained to tasks that consume time linearly. Instead, they can focus on activities that compound wealth, influence, or personal growth. Systems make busyness optional and profitability inevitable. In summary, Building systems that multiply effort requires identifying repetitive tasks, leveraging automation, delegating strategically, documenting processes, ensuring scalability, integrating operations, and continuously optimizing performance. Systems transform labor into leverage, creating predictable outcomes and scalable results. When properly implemented, they allow professionals to escape the cycle of busyness, amplify profitability, and reclaim control over time, energy, and growth. But Chapter 7, Delegation and Outsourcing for Maximum Impact. One of the most underutilized strategies for escaping busyness and achieving profitability is delegation. Many professionals believe that handling every task personally ensures quality and control. While this may provide short-term reassurance, it severely limits scalability, drains energy, and restricts the ability to focus on high-leverage activities. Delegation, when executed strategically, allows individuals to multiply impact, but optimize time and achieve results far beyond what they could accomplish alone. The first step in effective delegation is identifying tasks that do not require your unique expertise. Not every responsibility needs your personal attention. Routine administrative work, scheduling, research, or repetitive reporting can often be handled by others. By distinguishing between tasks that only you can perform and those that can be delegated, you free time to concentrate on actions that drive profitability, innovation, or strategic growth. Outsourcing complements delegation by extending capabilities beyond internal resources. Skilled freelancers, virtual assistants, consultants, or specialized agencies can execute work more efficiently or with expertise that may exceed your own. For example, content creation, software development, graphic design, or digital marketing are often outsourced to professionals who can deliver higher quality outcomes in less time. Outsourcing converts access to talent into leverage, allowing you to focus on core, high-value initiatives. Clear communication is the foundation of successful delegation. Simply assigning a task is not sufficient. Instructions, expectations, deadlines, and outcomes must be clearly defined to ensure that work is completed as intended. Well-structured communication minimizes errors, reduces the need for oversight, and empowers the person handling the task to take ownership. Effective delegation relies on precision and clarity rather than micromanagement. Trust plays an equally critical role. Letting go of control can be challenging, especially for high achievers accustomed to managing every detail. Yet, trust is essential for delegation to succeed. When individuals trust their team or outsourced partners to execute effectively, they can redirect focus to strategic decisions, business development, and income-generating activities. Trust is reinforced by accountability measures and clear performance metrics, creating a system that functions independently of constant supervision. Prioritization ensures that delegated work aligns with broader objectives. Not all tasks are equally impactful. High-value activities, which directly contribute to profitability, skill development, or wider strategic growth, but should remain under your direct control. Low or medium value tasks are candidates for delegation. Prioritization balances control with leverage, ensuring that your energy is invested where it produces the most significant outcomes. Systems enhance delegation. When processes are standardized, repeatable, and documented, delegation becomes far more efficient. Team members or outsourced partners can execute without constant guidance, errors are minimized, and scalability is increased. Standardized workflows transform delegation from a temporary convenience into a strategic multiplier of effort and results. Delegation also accelerates learning and growth. By assigning responsibilities to others, you free cognitive bandwidth to focus on a skill acquisition, business strategy, innovation, or financial planning. The time reclaimed from low-value tasks allows professionals to invest in high-leverage activities that compound over time while reinforcing profitability and long-term success. Risk management is another benefit of delegation. Distributing work among multiple individuals or teams reduces dependency on a single person, including yourself. By diversifying responsibility, projects are less likely to fail due to bottlenecks, burnout, or unforeseen obstacles. Delegation creates resilience, allowing your operations to continue smoothly even if challenges arise. Finally, effective delegation transforms mindset. Professionals who delegate properly understand that their value is not measured by the number of tasks they personally complete, but by the results they generate through systems, leverage, and people. Delegation shifts focus from busy work to strategic thinking, from motion to measurable impact, and from constrained effort to exponential growth. In summary, delegation and outsourcing are critical tools for maximizing impact and profitability. Identifying tasks suitable for delegation, leveraging external expertise, communicating clearly, building trust, prioritizing high-value activities, standardizing processes, and managing risk all contribute to effective implementation. By mastering these principles, professionals escape the busyness trap, amplify results, and focus energy on activities that truly multiply effort and create sustainable wealth. Chapter 8: Turning Knowledge into Scalable Assets. Knowledge is one of the most powerful forms of leverage. While time and energy are finite, knowledge can be transformed into scalable assets that generate income, influence, and opportunities long after the initial effort has been invested. Professionals who understand how to convert expertise into systems, products, or resources create long-term value that is independent of daily labor, escaping the limitations of traditional busyness. The first principle is recognizing that knowledge has value beyond immediate application. That many individuals acquire skills, insights, or specialized understanding but fail to capitalize on it. Expertise used solely within a confined role, performing tasks or solving day-to-day problems, remains linear. The effort produces results only in direct proportion to time spent. By contrast, packaging knowledge into assets multiplies impact and creates scalable income streams. Educational products are a common method for turning knowledge into assets. Courses, workshops, ebooks, and digital training programs allow one's expertise to reach hundreds or thousands without requiring direct, continuous involvement. The initial work of creating the content may be intensive, but once completed, it generates ongoing value with minimal additional effort. Knowledge becomes leverage, producing returns long after the creator has shifted focus to other priorities. Consulting and advisory roles also exemplify knowledge-based leverage, offering guidance to multiple clients at organizations or projects allows the professional to apply expertise across contexts. By systematizing frameworks, methodologies, or processes, consultants convert individualized effort into repeatable, scalable outcomes. Each interaction compounds knowledge application, creating both income and influence that extend beyond personal labor. Another avenue is intellectual property. Developing proprietary methods, frameworks, software, or creative works translates knowledge into assets that can be monetized repeatedly. Patents, copyrights, and licensing agreements are formal mechanisms to ensure that knowledge continues to generate revenue. Unlike time-bound work, these assets scale naturally, allowing the creator to benefit from multiple streams simultaneously. Documentation is a key component in scaling knowledge. Expertise that remains tacit, unrecorded, or isolated within one individual cannot be fully leveraged. By documenting processes, creating templates, or recording instructional material, professionals transform personal knowledge into transferable resources. Documentation ensures continuity, efficiency, and replicability, allowing knowledge to generate returns through systems or teams rather than constant personal involvement. Mentorship and group learning amplify the process. Sharing expertise with others, whether through workshops, training programs, or community platforms, allows knowledge to propagate while maintaining quality and consistency. Mentorship converts individual understanding into collective capability, increasing impact and creating networks that reinforce influence and scalability. The strategic application of knowledge enhances leverage further. Professionals must identify where their expertise intersects with market demand, opportunity, and scalability. High-value knowledge applied in areas where demand is strong or systems can be replicated creates disproportionate returns. Conversely, knowledge applied in limited contexts, even if specialized, may yield minimal long-term benefit. The alignment of expertise with scalable outcomes is critical. Time management is central to asset creation. Transforming knowledge into a scalable resource requires upfront investment, often intensive, focused work. However, by dedicating uninterrupted periods to creation, documentation, or systematization, professionals can produce assets that multiply results exponentially. The effort spent initially is returned many times over as the asset continues to generate value independently. Finally, mindset shapes success in scaling knowledge. Professionals must transition from thinking about labor to thinking about leverage. Knowledge is most valuable when it is portable, reproducible, and capable of generating results without constant oversight. Viewing expertise as a system or asset rather than a skill limited to a specific role or moment allows for a strategic creation of wealth, influence, and opportunity. In summary, turning knowledge into scalable assets requires recognizing its inherent value, creating educational or consulting products, documenting processes, developing intellectual property, propagating expertise through mentorship, applying it strategically, and investing time in its creation. The knowledge, once transformed into assets, multiplies results, generates recurring value, and liberates professionals from the constraints of linear labor, making busyness optional and profitability inevitable. Chapter 9: Investments and Passive Income Streams. Financial independence is rarely achieved through active labor alone. Time-bound work, whether a salary, consulting, or service-based income, limits growth because it scales linearly. To break free from this constraint, professionals must embrace investments and passive income streams. These mechanisms allow money, skills, and assets to generate recurring returns without constant personal involvement, multiplying wealth beyond the confines of daily effort. The first step is understanding the nature of passive income. Unlike traditional income, which is directly tied to hours worked, passive income originates from systems, assets, or structures that continue to produce value after the initial effort. Examples include dividend-paying stocks, rental properties, intellectual property, royalties, and automated business systems. Each functions as a financial engine, earning returns independently and providing leverage over time. Investing in assets is a primary avenue for generating passive income. Stocks, bonds, real estate, and alternative investments create opportunities for capital growth, dividends, and interest payments. The key principle is allocating resources where they multiply or generate recurring returns rather than merely exchanging time for money. Properly chosen investments convert capital into leverage, increasing wealth even as active labor remains limited. Entrepreneurial ventures also serve as passive income engines when structured strategically. Business models that are systematized, automated, or delegated allow profits to accrue without the founder's continuous presence. But franchises, subscription services, digital products, or licensing arrangements exemplify scalable ventures where effort applied initially continues to produce results over time. The more a business can operate independently of personal labor, the greater its leverage and income potential. Portfolio diversification is essential for sustainable growth. Relying on a single income source, whether salary, business, or investment, exposes one to risk. Combining multiple passive income streams reduces dependence on any one mechanism, stabilizes cash flow, and amplifies overall profitability. Diversification ensures that one area of underperformance does not derail financial progress and allows consistent returns even in volatile conditions. Time and expertise further enhance passive income potential. Knowledge applied to investment decisions, whether analyzing markets, identifying undervalued opportunities, or structuring scalable businesses, multiplies returns. The combination of capital, insight, and strategic planning produces outcomes unattainable through labor alone. Smart allocation of both money and knowledge is the differentiator between modest growth and substantial financial leverage. Risk management is a critical component. All investments carry potential for loss, and not all passive income streams are equal. Professionals must evaluate risk versus reward, understand market dynamics, and plan for contingencies. Thoughtful management, research, and strategic decision-making increase the probability of consistent returns and minimize exposure to catastrophic setbacks. Passive income is not effortless. It requires knowledge, planning, and oversight, albeit significantly less than active labor. Automation and systemization intersect with passive income strategies. Online businesses, digital content platforms, and subscription services benefit from automated delivery, payment processing, and client management. Automation allows the income-generating mechanism to function continuously without requiring daily attention, freeing time for additional high-leverage opportunities or further investment. Systems transform initial effort into ongoing profit. Monitoring performance is equally important. Investments and business systems must be regularly reviewed, optimized, and adjusted to maximize returns. Metrics, analytics, and feedback inform decisions while ensuring that resources remain allocated to the highest performing assets. Passive income requires ongoing, low-effort attention to sustain and grow profitability over time. Finally, mindset shapes success in passive income generation. Professionals must think beyond linear work and recognize that wealth multiplies when money and knowledge are strategically applied. Focusing exclusively on active labor constrains potential, while embracing investments and passive systems enables exponential growth. Understanding the compounding nature of returns, the value of scalable assets, and the strategic deployment of resources ensures long-term financial independence. In summary, investments and passive income streams are essential for breaking the constraints of linear labor. Allocating resources to assets, systematized businesses, and diversified ventures creates recurring returns, multiplies financial leverage, and reduces dependence on time-bound work. With strategic planning, risk management, and ongoing oversight, passive income allows professionals to transform effort into scalable wealth, establishing freedom from busyness and control over financial destiny. Chapter 10. Achieving True Financial Freedom. Financial freedom is the culmination of strategic work, leverage, and disciplined resource allocation. It is not achieved simply by earning a high salary or maintaining constant activity. True freedom emerges when income is decoupled from time, when systems, assets, and investments generate predictable and scalable returns. It is the point at which effort is intentionally applied to high-leverage activities, and resources work independently to sustain lifestyle, growth, and opportunity. The first principle of financial freedom is autonomy over time. Being financially independent means that one's income does not require a constant exchange of hours for dollars. Systems, both passive income streams and scalable ventures, replace time-bound labor with mechanisms that function without daily oversight. This autonomy allows professionals to focus on a strategy, innovation, and personal growth rather than being trapped in the cycle of busyness. Another critical component is diversified income. Relying solely on a single source of revenue, whether a salary, business, or investment, limits freedom. Financial independence requires multiple streams of income that collectively exceed personal expenses and obligations. Diversification reduces risk, stabilizes cash flow, and allows for reinvestment in additional high-leverage opportunities. True freedom is built on redundancy, ensuring security and growth simultaneously. Skill leverage is equally important. Knowledge, expertise, and professional competence serve as the foundation for creating scalable assets, systems, and passive income. Financial freedom is rarely achieved without applying skill strategically to generate results that compound over time. High leverage application of skills through education, entrepreneurship, consulting, or content creation produces outcomes that far exceed what could be accomplished through linear effort alone. Discipline in financial management amplifies leverage. Effective budgeting, saving, and reinvestment create a foundation for sustained growth. Compounding returns, whether from investments, business systems, or intellectual property, require consistent reinvestment to realize exponential potential. Financial freedom is not merely about earning, it is about preserving, multiplying, and strategically deploying resources to maximize long-term impact. Mindset differentiates those who achieve freedom from those who remain confined to labor. Professionals who prioritize high-leverage activities, recognize the limits of busyness, and focus on scalable outcomes develop the perspective necessary for long-term growth. They understand that wealth is a function of systems, strategy, and leverage, not effort alone. This mindset informs decision-making, investment strategy, and the allocation of time and energy. Another key factor is resilience. Achieving and maintaining financial freedom requires navigating uncertainty, market fluctuations, and unforeseen challenges. Systems, diversified income, and with the strategic planning provide stability, but adaptability ensures that opportunities are maximized and risks mitigated. Professionals who approach financial freedom with flexibility and foresight are more likely to sustain independence over time. Automation and delegation remain central to long-term freedom. The ability to remove oneself from day-to-day operations without reducing output allows professionals to scale without becoming trapped in labor. Business processes, investments, where knowledge-based assets can operate independently, producing consistent returns while freeing attention for further growth or personal pursuits. Freedom is the natural outcome when leverage replaces linear effort. Continuous learning and a strategic evolution reinforce independence. Markets change, technologies advance, and opportunities shift. Professionals committed to lifelong learning and adaptation maintain the ability to identify high-leverage opportunities, optimize systems, and adjust investments. Financial freedom is dynamic, not static. It requires ongoing engagement with trends, innovation, and strategic thinking to sustain long-term profitability. Ultimately, achieving true financial freedom is a deliberate process. It requires identifying and prioritizing high-leverage activities, building systems that multiply effort, strategically allocating time, energy, and capital, creating scalable assets, and cultivating multiple passive income streams. But freedom is not a single event, but a sustained practice of strategic decision-making, disciplined execution, and leveraged growth. Professionals who embrace these principles escape the trap of busyness, convert effort into lasting wealth, and gain the autonomy to shape their lives and careers on their own terms. In a summary, financial freedom arises from the convergence of leverage, systems, strategic investment, skill application, disciplined management, and resilience. It is the state where income, opportunity, and lifestyle are no longer constrained by time-bound work. By understanding and applying these principles, individuals can move from busyness to profitability, creating sustainable wealth and the autonomy to direct their lives according to vision rather than necessity.